wonder why I chose her. Out of the ladies in the world. Oh, just the first impression. What was the first impression? If you knew how I could change your points of view. If you could see her through my eyes, you wouldn't wonder at all. If you could see her through my eyes, I guarantee you'd fall like I did. But when I'm walking together, I get so tired, you know. If you could see her through my eyes, maybe they'd leave us alone. Oh, look at that. Isn't it lovely? Look at this. Look. How can I speak of her virtues? I don't know where to begin. Do you know she's clever? She's sweet. She even reads music. She doesn't booze or drinking like I do. But when I'm walking together, I hear society moan. If you could see her through my eyes, maybe they don't understand. You know, I understand your objections. I grant you my problem's not small. If you could see her through my eyes, maybe they don't understand. Bye-bye. This is the stage where I like to find out where everybody comes. Hands up, who comes from Manchester? Yep. I knew there had to be somewhere. Now, where were the other parts of the world? It was Southampton, down there, and we're coming a little bit closer. Where was it now? I've got a bad memory. Oldham, because he's the old, that's the old one, you see. And you come from? London. You can tell the Londoners are a bit like me, so they've got that Cockney accent. And Cricklewood, where's Cricklewood? Oh, it's Cricklewood. And you come from? Holland. Ja, das ist gut. Ja, Holland. And Efteling is the best place. Up near Rotterdam. And you come from? Essex. Oh, because that's Brentwood. Oh, Witham, all right then. We'll let him get his Witham in. We're all immigrants. And I come from? London. Right. East End? Well, I am an East Ender. Blackwater. Depends what side of the river. Listen, I tell you what, I'm going to ask all of you now to be very honest. Put your fingers and your thumbs up in the air. Not your fingers, but your thumbs. You've all watched children growing up. Be honest, it's a wonderful experience, isn't it? No. Isn't it? No. You've had the same problems I have. Let me tell you about little boys and little girls trying to be clever. Wonderful experience. Take mother. Mother catches a 3-year-old boy smoking. She walked up to him, she said, Johnny, that's absolutely disgusting, smoking at your age. He said, that's nothing. He's had sex too. She said, you've had what? He said, I've had sex too. She said, what was it like? He said, I don't know. I was drunk at the time. And the little boy and the little girl, 6 and 7 years of age, trying to be clever. Isn't it wonderful to watch them? Have you ever watched children at that age? You've seen them, haven't you? Yeah, Londoners smoke, you know. She's seen them outside of the doors, that little boys, little girls. Little boy, 6 years of age, little girl, 7 years of age, a little bit more clever, you see. He turns around and he says, I've got 26 soldiers. She said, that's nothing. She said, I've got 26 dollies and 26 dresses. Well, he said, that's nothing. He said, I've got 26 soldiers, 26 uniforms, and my dad's got 100 houses. She said, that's nothing. She said, I've got 26 dollies, 26 dresses, my dad's got 150 houses and 200 firms. So there. Well, he says, I've got something you ain't got. You wicked lot. You must have a hell of me. He said, I've got one of those. She said, that's nothing. She got one of these, and my mummy said, as long as I got one of these, can have as many of those as I like. Yeah, I must tell you. Now, honestly, I wanted a job recently, and I went to a circus. And I went up to the ringmaster and I said, look, I've seen this big ring here, and I always wanted to work in a ring. He said, you know what it's like, a ring? I said, yes, I've seen the animals parading around. He said, if you want to work here, you can work here. And I did. And my first job was to wash the animals. But I must tell you, before that, he offered me another job. He said, how about you becoming a lion tamer? I said, oh, what? He's a lion tamer. I said, what am I going to do? He said, all you've got to do is walk into the lion's cage and put your head in the lion's mouth. I said, I should go. He said, you scared? I said, yes, I'm just careful. I said, wouldn't you? He said, look, he said, don't be scared of that lion. He said, that lion was born of milk. I said, so was I, but I eat meat as well. He said, don't be scared of the lion. Look, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you how it's done. You watch this. He went, wait, Jean, that came the most beautiful blonde you ever saw. See, this is my secretary. You watch. She'll show you how it's done. She walks into the lion's cage, and the lion, he makes a dash for her. She thinks quick young as if she claimed the world. Not a stitch on, not a strap. And the lion, he stopped, and then suddenly he started to walk towards her. Then he stopped and kissed all over. He said, there, would you do that? I said, just get the lion out. He said, your heart's not in it, is it? I said, no, nor was my head. He said, all right. He said, all right. He said, what else would you like to do? I said, I don't know. He said, I'll give you a job if you'd like to wash my animals. I said, wash the animals? What? I wouldn't mind washing the animals. He said, let me tell you, whatever you do, Bobby, when you wash the animals, you must make a good job of it. He said, because one particular animal I want you to wash, he's called Nuts. He's an elephant. You must keep him clean and sparkling with all these sparkles on top of him afterwards. I said, what do I have to do? I said, he's a very, very big elephant. He said, don't worry about that. I said, I want to wash your back. He said, that's easy. I said, how do I wash your belly? He said, very easy. Just say, up Nuts, and he'll stand up like that and wash his belly. He said, down Nuts, you wash his back. Now that's simple. Now you won't make a mess. You wouldn't make a mess, would you? No, of course not. He said, don't make a mess, you've got the job. So he came back 2 hours later. There was water everywhere. He said, I can't leave you for 5 minutes, can I? I said, well, I did what you said. I said, up Nuts. I washed his belly. I said, down Nuts. I washed his back. I said, but when I got to the bit there when I said up Nuts to wash his belly, somebody came round shouting out, peanuts, peanuts. And talk about peanuts, I must tell you about the time of a young friend of mine on their honeymoon. They were about 70 years of age. They thought they'd try it again. They went on their honeymoon, they went to the same hotel. They did the same things on their honeymoon, but they thought, by the way, the manager said, I must tell you, he said, it's funny that you've come along here on your honeymoon, because we've got a real honeymoon couple here, young couple. Oh, I said, is that right? He said, yes. He said, a real honeymoon couple. Oh, I said, that's lovely. Oh, that's really nice. I'd like to have a chat with them in the bar later on. So I waited all night, they hadn't turned up, which was understandable. So that night I went to bed, couldn't hear anything, so I thought I'd be a little bit nosy, you see. This is my friend, not me. My friend went along, you see, and he listened in the doorway, couldn't hear nothing. And he put his eyes on the keyhole. And he saw the two of them laying there. He was laying on the bed with nothing on. She was laying in the chair with nothing on. And she got these hoops and she's going, hoopla, hoopla, hoopla. I said, well, what was he doing? She's really got a bag of peanuts and he's going, ding, ding. I said, hoopla, ping. Good grief. I said, well, it's a new thing. I said, the new thing, we must try it. He said, in that case, you've got to get yourself a bag of potatoes and a bag of Poland. Oh dear. Yeah, let me tell you though, they still do it in France. Did you know they still do it in France? You're wondering what, aren't you?
They still do it in Brentwood.
Do they? They still do it in France. But let me tell you, before they tell you about what they do in France, let me tell you about getting back to the ring. I said, I want a job. He said, well, the only thing I could do is climb 100 feet up in the air and dive off into a bucket of sand. He said, you can dive off into a bucket of sand? I said, yes. Right, he said, let's see you do it. So I climbs up, puts the bucket of sand in, see the floor, and dives off. Straight in the bucket stand. He said, that's brilliant. That is the best trip I've ever seen. You must start tonight. I said, no, I like to start Monday night. He said, it's Friday, you must start tonight. I said, Monday night. He said, start tonight. I said, Monday night. He said, why Monday night? So I've got a headache, I've never done it before. And getting back to drunks, they still do it. They hang them. It was all in your minds, wasn't it? Anyway, they were in France, a young lady shot a lover. She's up before the magistrates the very following day. It's a very serious the gang again. It's in France, they still do it. It's a young lady up before the magistrates the following day because she shot her lover. It's a very serious offence. You shot your lover, you're going to be hung in the morning. What last request would you like? She said, if I'm going to be hung in the morning, I want to be hung for my last request with no closer. He said, very well, you can have your last request, and I'll be the first one to see you off in the morning. Unless you was the following morning going up the steps. And the hangman, he stopped. He said, Paul, what a body. She said, yes, it's all yours if you keep your trap shut. Jamie, can you ask me to turn the radio off up there, because it's coming through the speakers. Hit. Oh.
Have you kept your trap shut?
Oh my
You're
God.
right there.
Oh God, what have we got here?
I'm looking for Flasher. Ooh!
You're looking for who?
Flasher.
Flasher?
Flasher at the Centurions.
Oh, gold. Listen, hold a minute. Let me just... I see what you're doing. I think she's doing a little flasher herself. Listen.
Do it again, she said.
Do it again, yeah.
Listen, look, I was